Now, when it comes to expansive sun-baked vistas, no one does it better than John Ford. Yep, the daddy of all American Western knows a thing or two about making your eyeballs bleed. Just check out some of these landscapes from his seminal 1956 film, The Searchers. And you can't talk about depictions of the hostile wilderness of the frontier without mentioning a certain bad-tempered Italian. Yes, Sergio Leone, we mean you. No one else managed to capture the complete isolation that comes with being utterly dwarfed by your vast surroundings, like the spaghetti western maestro. Just have a gander at the opening sequence of A Few Dollars More. As for the era, well, look no further than Sam Peckinpah's The Wild Bunch. Set in the early 20th century, amidst a heated Mexican Civil War, the film also shows the beginnings of the end for the traditional American West, with industrialization and bureaucracy starting to take root.
You see this, Mr. Fordham? The brooding cowboy. There aren't many of these left, you know.
And let's not forget the film's protagonist, Thornton, is a former outlaw given parole in exchange for hunting down members of his old gang.
You've got 30 days to get Pike or 30 days back to Yuma. You're my Judas goat, Mr. Thornton.
And what was that pretty speech you made of?
Don't rightly know, but it sure felt good saying it.
There's only one man when it comes to creating cowboy ditties, and that's the legendary Ennio Morricone. Arguably the greatest film composer ever, Morricone's doleful string pieces and haunting melodies have become an iconic staple of the Western genre, and their influence is apparent throughout Red Dead Redemption. Just have a listen to this. Aside from what we've highlighted, there are numerous little nods to Western culture throughout Red Dead Redemption. Here are some of our favourites. Check out this dude you play poker with in Armadillo. That is the guy from the train station in Once Upon a Time in the West. Just don't let him catch you cheating.
Cheaters make my trigger finger itchy!
Unless, of course, your name's Charles Bronson. Also, anyone notice a similarity between all those treasure hunts and the main plot thread of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly? Even those stones under which the treasure is buried are remarkably similar to the one Blondie scrawls a name on before the climactic final duel. You may have also stumbled over a couple of areas that take their names from popular films. Rio Bravo, for instance, is a 1959 film starring the legendary John Wayne, and there's also a little all-mining town called Plainview. Come on, everybody knows that one.
I drink your milkshake.
My name's Marston. John Marston.
Goodbye, John Marston. It's been a great pleasure.
So there you go. If you love Red Dead, then you'll love these movies.
It can give the most ordinary of intelligences a remarkable insight.
I'll give you insight. I'll show you what your guts look like.
However, if you only ever have time to watch 5 of them, then here's VGM's definitive list of the top 5 Western films of all time in the world, ever, as voted for by you. Clinching 5th spot is the 1969 classic Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Hey kid, how good are you?
Starring Paul Newman and Robert Redford as the titular duo, this gung-ho, heist-laden flick has all the elements you'd want from a blinding cowboy movie. Memorable characters, intense shootouts, and a truly harrowing ending. Are you thinking what we're thinking? At 4, we've got the debut of 2 of the genre's heavyweights, Sergio Leone and some little-known TV actor called, what was it again?
Clint Eastwood?
Leone and Eastwood combined forces for the first time in A Fistful of Dollars. This was the first film to bring the spaghetti western to mainstream American audiences, ditching the macho heroism at the centre of many westerns before, and opting for a more flamboyant, action-orientated style. We're betting poncho sales went through the roof after this. Grabbing a podium finish, we've got Clint Eastwood's masterpiece Unforgiven. This stark portrayal of two delusioned former outlaws focuses on the ethics of killing like no other western before it.
Give me the pistol, mister.
What does it mean to kill a man? And is it ever right to do so? Eventually, old William Money decides that in some cases, yes it is.
Maybe we ain't nothing but whores, but by God, we ain't horses.
A bit of death dealing is just what's required. Brilliant.
Give me your Schofield.
Shit. Clint, if you're watching, it's not too late. Please put down your Oscars and pick up your rifle one last time.
Kill us, bitch.
Narrowly missing out on our highest accolade is Sergio Leone's masterful Once Upon a Time in the West. This is just pure cinema, period. The score, the characters, the harmonica, Claudio Cardinale, the final duel.
Was it necessary that you kill all of them? I only told you to scare them.
People scare better when they're dying.
Henry Fonda as a bad guy. To put that into context, that's like Pixar making Toy Story 4 with Woody as the villain.
People like that have something inside. Something to do with death.
Simply put, you must see this film. Oh, and have a butcher's at the train station in the opening. Armadillo, anyone? It's the time you've been waiting for. It's time to reveal the best Western of all time ever. And it's an Italian hat-trick for Sergio Leone, with the good, the bad, and the ugly.
When you have to shoot, shoot, don't talk.
This epic tale of three men in their pursuit of a fortune in gold takes them across a country torn by a heated civil war, and features the most iconic Morricone soundtrack to date. This is the American West like you've never seen it, and it all culminates in a standoff that is arguably one of the single greatest scenes in cinema history.
You want me to take out a gun and blow a fucking hole in your head right here? Right now? You want that?
That's it, folks. If you finished Red Dead Redemption and are getting dead-eye withdrawal, now you've got no excuse. Get down your local video store and pick up some of those cowboy crackers. And if you've noticed something we haven't, or generally think we're talking balls, feel free to leave a scathing comment, because we'll hit you right back. VGM out for now.
It's over! Stop playing games with me!